Before we begin, I want to tell you something. If you watched our first video, you already know that this channel is different. And today, I'm going to give you something even more precious. Not a cure for a single disease, something much bigger than that. I want to ask you something personal. When did you last feel truly at peace? Not the kind of peace that comes after solving a problem. Not the relief you feel when something difficult finally ends. I mean the kind that lives inside you, quietly, steadily, even when everything around you is chaos. The kind that makes you wake up in the morning and feel, I am okay. I am exactly where I need to be. If you can't remember the last time you felt that, then this video is for you. Because I want to tell you something before we go any further. Most people who find their way to this channel are not here by accident. You searched for something, or someone sent this to you, or you simply felt pulled here. That pull is not random. There is a reason you are watching this today, at this exact moment in your life. And I think, deep down, you already know that. Today we are going to talk about a dhikr that has been recited by those who sought nearness to Allah for centuries. Ya Fattah, Ya Aleem, the opener, the all-knowing. These are two of the 99 beautiful names of Allah. And when you call upon Him by these names, consistently, with intention, with sincerity, something begins to shift. Not just in your soul, not just in your thoughts, in your entire life. Let me explain what I mean by that, because I don't want to just give you a number and a name and send you on your way. I want you to understand what you are doing. When you say, Ya Fattah, you are calling upon the one who opens, not just doors. He opens hearts that have hardened. He opens minds that have closed. He opens paths that seemed to have no exit. He opens what no human hand can open. And when you say, Ya Aleem, you are calling upon the one who knows everything. He knows the pain you carry that you've never spoken out loud. He knows the dream you quietly gave up on. He knows exactly what you need, even when you yourself don't know. So when these two names come together, you are essentially saying, open for me what you already know I need. Can you feel the weight of that? Now let me tell you what this dhikr actually does in a person's life. And I want you to listen carefully, because this is not what you might expect. This dhikr is not designed for a specific illness. It is not a protocol for one problem. It is for something far deeper. It is for the person who feels stuck, the person whose mind is clouded, who wakes up tired even after a full night of sleep, whose heart feels heavy for no reason they can name, the person who starts things but never quite finishes them, who has been meaning to do something important for months, maybe years. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The person surrounded by the wrong people, relationships that exhaust rather than nourish, people who take and leave you feeling emptier than before. Does any of this sound familiar? Because what this dhikr does is not treat one symptom. It realigns everything. Think of it this way. Imagine your life is a river, and somewhere along the way, a dam was built. Not by you, maybe by old pain, old fear, old patterns. Things began to back up. Energy stopped flowing. Opportunities piled up somewhere you couldn't reach them. The right people couldn't find their way to you. Ya Fattah breaks the dam. And suddenly, things start moving again. Half-finished projects complete themselves. The mental fog lifts. Your perception sharpens. Things you couldn't see clearly before suddenly become obvious. People who were taking up space in your life quietly leave. Without drama, without confrontation, they simply go. And in their place, the right people arrive. People who see you, people who add to your life rather than subtract from it, people who were somehow waiting for the path to clear. And then there is something else, something I find very difficult to describe in words. But I will try. Those who complete this dhikr describe a kind of joy that arrives quietly. Not excitement, not happiness. Joy. The kind that sits in your chest like a warm light. The kind you feel when you are alone and the house is quiet and you realize you are at peace. Genuinely, deeply at peace. You cannot buy this feeling. You cannot manufacture it. It comes when the soul has been heard. And this dhikr is one of the most powerful ways I know to make the soul feel heard. Now let me tell you about the protocol. Ya Fattah, Ya Aleem. You recite them together, one after the other, as a pair. 1,800 times, every single day for 21 days. I know what you're thinking. 1,800 times? That is a lot. Yes, it is. And I won't pretend otherwise. The first few days, you will feel it in your jaw, in your breath, in your ability to focus. Good. Because this is not a passive practice. This requires something from you. And what it requires is exactly what it gives back. Discipline, presence, intention. When you sit down every day for 21 days and you commit to this number, you are sending a message. Not just to yourself, to Allah. You are saying, I am serious, I am consistent, I am showing up, even when it's hard. And sincerity like that does not go unanswered. It never does. Now, before you begin, I need to prepare you for something very important. Because things will happen during these 21 days. And if you don't know about them beforehand, they will confuse you, maybe even discourage you. I don't want that for you. So I'm going to tell you exactly what to expect. And I want you to remember, when these things happen, they are signs, not warnings. Signs. The first thing you may notice is an overwhelming desire to sleep. You sit down to recite, you begin, and within minutes, your eyelids become heavy, your head starts to drop, your focus slips. This is not weakness. This is resistance. Let me explain what is happening. We all have a nafs, a lower self, a part of us that is comfortable with where things are, even if where things are is not good. The nafs fears change. It fears purification. It fears what happens when the dam breaks. So it fights. And its first weapon is sleep. It will make you drowsy. It will make you distracted. It will whisper that you can finish the rest later. Don't listen. Push through the first few days. Fight the heaviness. Get up. Move if you need to. Splash water on your face. Because after those first few days, the resistance weakens. And what comes after it is unlike anything you have experienced before. The recitation becomes effortless, the words flow, and you begin to feel, with every repetition, something loosening inside you. The second sign, someone in your family may fall ill, a cold, a mild fever, a few days of feeling unwell. Please do not stop your recitation. This dhikr works on the entire household, not just you. It purifies, it cleanses, it moves through the walls of your home, touching everyone inside. And sometimes, what needs to leave a body leaves through a brief illness. Think of it as the body's way of releasing what has been stored for too long. Old heaviness, old stagnant energy. It is not a punishment. It is the beginning of healing. For the whole family, not just for you. That family member who falls ill during your 21 days is also being touched by this dhikr, even if they don't know it, even if they are not Muslim. the mercy of Allah is not limited by our awareness of it. The third sign: something in your home may break. An appliance, a small device, something electronic. I know this is difficult to hear, especially when you are already carrying financial worry. But I need you to hear what I am about to say very carefully. What is lost materially during these 21 days does not simply return. It returns multiplied. Not the same amount, more, in ways you did not plan for, from directions you did not expect. A door opens where there was only a wall. Money arrives from a source you had forgotten. An opportunity appears that changes the direction of your life. This is what Ya Fattah means in practice. The opener does not just restore what was lost. He opens what was never open before. So when something breaks during your 21 days, I want you to pause, take a breath, and smile. Because it means the dhikr is working. It means something much greater is on its way. Trust the process. Trust the names. Trust Him. Now I want to say something to those of you who are just beginning. Maybe this is the first dhikr you have ever tried. Maybe you found this channel last week. Maybe you are not even sure you believe any of this yet. That's okay. I am not asking you to have perfect faith. I am asking you to try. With whatever faith you have right now, even if it is just a small seed, plant it. Because this dhikr, Ya Fattah Ya Aleem, is the one I always recommend to those who are starting fresh. Not because it is the easiest, but because it prepares the ground. It is like cleaning the foundation before building the walls. In the videos ahead, I will talk about specific dhikrs and verses for very specific situations. For physical illness, for buying a home, for a car, for rizq, for provision and abundance that feels impossible right now, for heartbreak, for protection, for children, for marriage. There is a key for every door. But this one, Ya Fattah Ya Aleem, this one prepares the soul to receive everything that follows. Start here, build from here. Now let me show you how it looks. Take a moment, read it. Don't rush past this screen. Let the words enter you before you even begin to recite them. Read the meaning. Feel what you are actually saying. Ya Fattah, Ya Aleem. The opener, the all-knowing. Now say it, just once, right now. Feel how it sits in your mouth. Feel how it sounds in the quiet. That is the beginning. You may find the pronunciation unfamiliar at first. Don't let that stop you. Sincerity matters far more than perfection. Allah knows what is in your heart long before the words reach your lips. He hears the intention behind the sound. He always has. Now you know what this dhikr is. You know the two names and what they carry. You know what they open. You know what signs to watch for. Now you must begin. 21 days, 1,800 repetitions each day. And I want you to keep a note somewhere, a journal, a phone note, anything. Write down what changes, the small things, a conversation that surprised you, a feeling that arrived without explanation, something that finally got done, someone who left, someone who arrived. Write it down. Because at the end of 21 days, when you look back at that list, you will not believe how much has shifted. I prepare every video on this channel with the same care I would give to someone sitting right across from me. Because I genuinely want this for you. The clarity, the peace, the unexpected openings. I want you to experience what I have witnessed in others, what I have seen happen again and again to people who committed to these 21 days with a sincere heart. And I want you to come back and tell me. Write in the comments, What brought you here today? What is the door you have been standing in front of for too long? Tell me, and I will do everything I can to find the right key in the videos ahead. Let's build this path to Shifa together. If you are ready to begin, write Ya Fattah in the comments. And if someone in your life is stuck, if someone you love is carrying a heaviness they can't explain, share this with them. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give someone is a door. Don't forget to turn on notifications. The next video is something I have been waiting to share for a long time. I think it will reach you in a place you didn't expect. Keep it a surprise. Subscribe to Quranic Shifa therapy. Your opening begins today. Not tomorrow, not when things feel more stable. Today. May Allah open for you every door that is meant for you. And may He close, with gentleness, every door that was never yours to begin with. Ya Fattah, Ya Aleem.